Hello everybody, this is a Keurig 2.0 model 500. I was looking for a Keurig to use in my house, and I didn't really want to buy a new one because they're really expensive, so I was looking on Facebook Marketplace and I found this one. This is a model they don't make anymore, the 2.0. It was really the second version of the original Keurig. With it, they introduced the multiple sizes. The biggest thing was this screen here, which actually the newer ones don't have. The new models that replace this don't have the screen. They made a couple different versions of the 2.0. This is one of the more well-equipped ones. They make smaller ones, bigger ones. This was like a $300 machine new, and I paid less than $50 for it. When I got it, it was pretty gross. The entire reservoir and the little filter holder thing were this color, this like golden brown, and this is after trying to clean this up. And he wasn't a smoker, so what occurred to me is I drove to Eaton Rapids to get this, and in Eaton Rapids they pretty much have well water exclusively, so I figured this is mineral deposits and build up from well water. But when you clean this, a lot of crap comes off. So I cleaned everything super well, ran the reservoir through the dishwasher, used paper towel on it and cleaned it up, and if I can pull it out, it's full of water right now. You can see it's pretty clean. I actually just bought a brand new filter holder and filter for it, because I figured the filter holder is beyond repair at that point. With it, he included this K carafe, which you have to have special pods to use with, different size pods, and it knows the difference. He also included this, which is pretty nice, the custom K-cup thing. No box, but who cares. So I'll give you a little demonstration of it. It's full of water right now. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on the screen here. First thing you do, this is the resting position here. This is the resting position. So you hit power. It says welcome. You'll notice that the ambient light comes on, which you can change the color of, and it's now preheating, which takes about 3 minutes. Got some different coffees here. Oh, it's ready. So at this point, the clock is set, everything. I'll go ahead and just show you the settings here. This button here gives you settings, language, clock, auto, lighting, which is cool. The reservoir light you can change the color of. White, which is what it was set to. Green, blue, and red. I'll just leave it on red because it's cool. Save. The night light timer, which I don't use because I don't need the light on the whole time. High altitude, water filter reminder, which you can just turn on and off. And then the factory settings reset. There's also a... Where is that? I don't know where it is. It's in a different menu, but you can change the color of this like background here. Let me see if I can find it. I guess not. I don't remember where it was. It took me a while to find it, and then I found it and set it to that. There's just green, blue, a different pattern. This button here is if you just want hot water, you can hit this without putting anything in. And basically what it does, and I'll just show you, there's no pack in it. Close it down, it says just a moment. And what it does is, if you hold that button down, it will just brew out up to 6 ounces of hot water. So if you want just hot water, that's what you can do. We'll cancel that. And then obviously the power button, which if you hold down, turns it back off. So let's actually brew some coffee here. Show that. So we'll hit power again. It's going to say, so it'll take up to 3 minutes, but that water I've just put in there, so it's not even, doesn't need to be preheated. When you lift it, it changes to just a moment. So we'll go ahead and put in a Green Mountain light roast breakfast blend here. Alright, I just destroyed the box opening, but that doesn't matter because I'm not going to be keeping them in the box. We'll get a K-cup. Put that in. And it'll poke through. So now once you're on this screen, we'll put a mug under it first. So there's not much on the screen. It'll look different if you put the carafe under, but you have to put a certain pod in there for it to know. So it just says ready. The strong brew will brew it slower, so if you want really like stronger coffee, basically, it just brews the water through a lot slower. And then it has a hot cocoa and other button, which I'm not sure what that does really, but you can't do both at once. Then you have the size up here. There is 4 ounce, 6, 8, well, 8 and 10. I used to have a Keurig. It was a new model. It was like an Elite or something. It didn't have a screen, but it had buttons, and it had like 12 ounce, which I much appreciated because 10 really isn't that much. For most mugs. So I think for this one, I think that looks like about an 8 ounce mug. So I'll zoom out and then I'll see if you can see the screen and it brewing. Then you just hit the button. And it says brewing, do not lift. You can't see it, but it's pulling the water from the reservoir. And there it's brewing. And when it's on the strong, it just goes... It's just a lot slower. That means it's done. And it says enjoy. Well, I guessed very lightly, and it's preheating again now. There's my coffee. Not much. I could have done 10 ounces, and now it's ready again. And then to shut it off, you just do that. Tastes pretty good. Just needs some cream and it'll be even better. So, yeah, then obviously when you're done, you can come in here, pull this out. Got a hole in it. It smells like coffee. You can recycle these too if you want to take the time to. Everything in here comes out too. That's how you clean it. But yeah, that is a little demonstration of the Keurig 2.0 500 model. It's a very nice machine. I quite like it. Just so you know, it is not going to replace O Reliable here, my awesome Cuisinart coffee maker that I absolutely love. It's the best coffee maker I've ever owned. It makes some of the best coffee I've ever had from a drip coffee maker. I stand by stovetop percolators, but that's because I'm weird. When I go to school in the morning, I make about that much coffee and put it in a thermos, which would take like twice. Even with how long this takes, it would take even longer with that because I'd have to keep coming down here and brewing it again. So it's not going to replace O Reliable here for the thermos, but for single cups, you know, it's pretty nice to have. So yeah, I like this thing. For under 50 bucks, this was a good deal. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe and click like if you like what you see. And follow me on the new and improved website, wix.com/theelevatorworld/fans. Bye-bye.